Well, hello there, Taurus. It is your friend Dharma Jane here to do a monthly spread for you for the month of September 2018. Just going to pull some Palo Santo on your cards, get them saged up or cleansed out. All the information you need for me, if you want a private reading or to read up on me, is in the box below. So, calling in guides, calling in angels, calling in anyone from the highest good that has a message to come forward for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcoming cross watchers. Alright. Past, present, future. Alright, so jumper card, 9 of Cups. What? You know, it felt like this. And if we're looking at it this way, you could say this is in reverse. So I'm just going to put it like sideways because I'm not sure yet. But as we know, the 9 of Cups is, here we go. 9 of Cups is like getting what you want. It is filling up all of the cups. It is that giddy feeling of just, you know, feeling great, feeling like fulfilled even. And that's kind of why they call it, you know, being fulfilled. All of your cups are full. Okay, in your recent past, you have the 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, and this is, all of these cards are in reverse. So honestly, if they were upright, I would say this is a really, okay, so upright, I would read this as someone just feeling just devastated and left out because someone walked away in a really, really harsh manner. But in reverse, because that's the 9 of Swords, who like cuts people out, but in reverse, I heard fear, like the fear of, like maybe Taurus thought that someone was going to leave or something, like they thought all of these things were going to happen. And honestly, the Knight of Air being here, I mean, that's like, it's like being in your head about it. And, but being in reverse, it's like fear. It's like the fear that this was going to happen because in your base, oh geez, see, that's the 4 of Wands, that's the happy home, and the 6 of Cups. So this is either a relationship with children or this is a soulmate relationship from some kind of past life. And there is, it's like being really defensive about it. Like having this kind of, and see, here's a marriage card too. There's the Hierophant, right? So it's like I'm so worried that something's going to happen that I'm going to be really defensive about this really important spiritual union, spiritual contracts. That's the Hierophant. So we have this fear, had this fear. This is the past. Oh. You know, with the Ace of Pentacles, see, and then there's another vehicle that doesn't move forward. That's the Chariot in reverse. And I think, you ever heard of the term the seed of fear? Like somebody plants a seed of fear. I think that someone made someone else feel like someone was going to leave. I just said someone like 5 times. But I think that there was like some kind of little, I'm surprised I don't have the Page of Wands here. You know, because that would be like a little birdie whispering in the ear. But there, somehow the seed of fear was planted that somebody was going to leave. But with them all being in reverse, it doesn't look like they did. And, you know, that's another indication of this. Like, maybe that's what you wanted, was for somebody to stay. Ooh-wee, there's the devil. See? That's like fighting the fear, right? Because the devil wants us to believe the worst things about ourselves in the worst case scenario. And wants everyone feel just like trapped in their own mind. And that's a terrible place to be trapped sometimes. But I think that with it all being reversed, you know, let's see. because in your present, there's another vehicle in reverse. Someone did not move on. And someone's not disappointed about that, right? Because the Four of Cups upright is, oh my goodness, and there wasn't change. Okay, you know, it doesn't always mean the opposite when it's in reverse, but this is so, I can't believe that all these cards are coming out like this. This is just not being disappointed with what has happened because someone didn't move away. Someone did not get on the boat, and this is the Death card in reverse. It didn't happen. The death didn't happen, and that's in the present. Yay. You know, hopefully yay. So there's your King of Pentacles. See? And here's why. Okay, if we're talking about the fact that somebody didn't move on, here's why. You know, this is Pentacle energy, this Taurian energy. They took their time with the Four of Air. They went within and took their time to make a really cutting decision. But the decision was logical. This is sword energy. And so it made the most sense to be where they are and to not get on any of these like vehicle cards. Why didn't the change happen? I just saw the Ace of Cups and the Empress, but I don't want to take those because they fell out with a lot of cards. I'd rather have a clearer. Spirit, can I have a clearer indication of why this Death card is in reverse, please? Bam. Because we're going to work on it. We're going to make the conscious effort to work together, to bring our minds together to create something really strong and really sturdy and at the same time really beautiful. And I think, you know, beforehand, it doesn't feel like everybody was on the same page. It doesn't feel like working together was it was just like defensive energy with the Seven of Rods. Additionally, somebody doesn't want to be single. It's like, you know, look at the expression on this girl's face. I don't know if you can see it. She's not, I mean, she's content, but she's not like giddy or happy. She's extremely calm enough for this like bird to come and hang out with her. And so it's like, if I were to be single, it would be okay, but it wouldn't be the Four of Wands. And so we work together. See, you need your king. If you're single, you don't have the passionate king. You don't have, there's not anything to work on because you're by yourself, right? And so we didn't have this change. And so this is coming into like a really sturdy thing that, you know, we now know this is what's important because it just takes effort. I think everybody knows now that this is what they want. It's just now it's time for the effort, you know, because here again, here we are with the Chariot in reverse and the Fool in reverse. Somebody doesn't like, they're not going to go. It's just, it's necessary for the way that things are said. Like this is talking about like equal give and take and being good to one another and like saying nice things and, you know, being open to a lot of different ideas. So somebody in the relationship has probably been in charge or did most of the, you know, this is what we're going to do. And there's going to need to be an opening of the minds so that all of the voices can be heard. And so, you know, we're not going to start over, but we're going to do this cautiously because if we're not going to leave, okay, and we're going to try to work on it, it has to be worked on all the time, and it has to be made aware of all the time. Elsewise, we lose the Ten of Pentacles. And I think, you know, I feel like up here, it was very real. Like this was a very real fear that the Ten of Pentacles was going to be lost. and that's not what we wanted. And down here, it's like, okay, I have this awareness that if I don't leave, I have to be, or I as in whoever this resonates for, either side of the situation. In order for me to stay here, all of my thoughts and actions need to be carefully thought out, elsewise I will lose the Ten of Pentacles. So why is the Seven of Water here, though? Why is there, what are these ideas that we need to be open to? You see, it's like being open to the unknown, being open to letting go. I also heard the name Andrea, but like letting go of control, or letting go of like maybe being in charge, or maybe this is the person that, you know, you're with and they need to let go and they need to be open. See, because the Ace of Swords in reverse is the greatest feeling of both love and hate. And I think that this is a union, whether it be work or something else, to which you both love it and hate it equally. Because the only reason that anything would feel, quote unquote, the word hate is because you love it so much. Because you put exactly the same amount of energy into that. So it's the same energy, just opposite ends of the spectrum. See, and these two cards fell out, right? Whoever this is for has to have patience and has to really work on watering this and cleaning up after it and pruning it and doing all of the things that it takes, all of the effort that it takes, or be left out in the cold. And up here we have you know, it's funny, we start with the same card that we end with, is that if we're not going to be left out, we're afraid of being left out. So we know that serious, consistent, all the time effort needs to be put in or we get left out. So it's like not juggling whether or not it's going to happen anymore, because up here we've already made the choice, right? Somebody's already made the choice to not go anywhere. But that means to drop the ball. If there's two balls, to stay or to go, somebody needs to put down the ball, the I'm leaving ball. There's one seed. There's one ball to carry, not two. And so you put it down. See, you know, that's kind of like a representation here too. That option of leaving is now gone. So your only it's not on the tree anymore. So now the only option is to work on what is here. And to I heard the word bloom where you're planted, and work with what you have, right? So that's kind of great. I mean, if what you wanted in the beginning, the Nine of Cups, if your ultimate wish was to keep this thing together, bam. I mean, in September, you get it. It just has to really be worked on. Okay, Taurus, that's what I have for you. All the info you need is in the box below. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a good one.